This month, something happened in my dividend account that I've never had happen before in my 8 years of investing. We're going to take a look at that, but let's check out the overall price action on the month. So the month of March was good for the account. We were up 4.7%, gaining $45. Really, really good. We were at 970 at the beginning of the month and finished at 1014. We even had a bit of a high around 1025 that is. And since then it did trail off a little bit today. This is April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. And I'm recording this a day late. I didn't record it yesterday like I wanted to, but things have been going crazy in my life. So I wanted to jump on here and talk about the stocks in this 1K dividend account challenge. So it has been 3 months. We are $14 in the green. I'm so curious to see how this thing's going to perform. In our 3-month period, we have had highs of our most recent high of $1,025 and lows of $905. So we lost $95 at one point and have just been kicking booty since then. So it's been a beautiful month, and I'm really excited for what next month is going to hold. Real quick, we'll go over all the stocks I have in the account. We have ARCC, JEPQ, SPYI, CONY, MAIN, 3M, Vici, Leg, MPW, TSLY, and SOLV, which is our crazy thing that happened this week. And I guess now's a good time to talk about that. I wasn't paying attention. To be honest, this isn't my main investing brokerage. So I invest in a Roth. So this is just a bonus on Robinhood. If you guys don't like Robinhood, I totally get that. I don't really like it much either, but I think it is the best option for people who are new. If you guys are interested in making a Robinhood account and starting investing, they have been putting in a lot of cool stuff. I'll leave a link down below so you can get some free shares, and it helps me out and helps the channel out by giving me some free shares. But one thing that happened this month that I've never had happen before is 3M did their spinoff. They did a spinoff with, I believe it's some of their healthcare companies that were involved with 3M at one point. So now we have 0.023 shares of Solventum. Now this thing, I think the spinoff happened today. And so at a high of 70, it dropped all the way down to 66, 65 even, and then kind of just trailed off. So now we have this in the account. I don't know what I should do about this because it's not one of our initial stocks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to count it towards 3M. And so at the end and every monthly update, we'll just pair it with 3M. And our 3M is currently down about $15 because of this spinoff. And then it trailed back up. But really interesting combined. They are still about 10% of the account. We're going to go over what's positive and what is negative, which it has just been crazy. This challenge has been drastically different than what I anticipated it would be. So what we're going to do now, we're going to jump over into our dividend fund. Let me log in. I always forget that the dividend tracker, I have to update it every time because it's not auto reinvesting the shares, which I need to fix. I need to put that on here so that it is. But anyway, this is going to be a little bit off because SOVL, the 3M spinoff, is not live on this platform, so I can't include it. And so that's about $16, $17 of our total gain. And so it's going to show this being negative. We are not negative. The Robinhood is more accurate, but I'll try and keep this as accurate as possible. It's just really cool to see our payout calendar and everything like that. So looking through at our positions, our gain loss so far, we can see we are up 4% on ARCC. We are up really big on CONY. And this is what I was not expecting. It's crazy to me because our equity, our market price is $136.66. We have made $36 in 3 months on $100. That is crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's our highest performer by far. And so, and actually, if we check on Robinhood, let's check Robinhood and see what they say we're up on CONY. Yeah, so we can see we only, remember, this is going to say that our market value and our return total is $14, but we only invested $100. So this has been reinvesting that. So it doesn't count the money that you're reinvesting from the dividend back into it. So we are up $36, which is really important. LEG, one I've been hearing about a lot in the news. I'm not sure why this thing has been tanking, but if anything, this challenge has shown me so far that these really safe dividend kings, even dividend aristocrats, they're not safe. It is wild how far these are dropping. 30% down on Leg. 3M is about even because of their spinoff, but they were talking about a dividend cut as well. Main Street Capital beautiful, up 9%. Has to be one of my top 5 stocks all time because it's stunning. Like I said, 3M is about even. We're positive just slightly, but it did jump today with the whole spinoff and everything. MPW, we are still down, but only down 10%, which is crazy. It's trading for $5. It was trading at $3.11 for one point in time. And the wild thing too is I actually bought a decent amount. I mean, it's not a ton. I bought a couple hundred shares in my Roth account because I just figured it was going to go up. I have a much more reasons behind it than I just figured, but this isn't financial advice, so I'm not going to give you all those reasons. I have done videos on MPW before. You can go check those out if you guys are interested on my channel. But it has just been performing really, really well because of some of the news that came out. And so I'm super pumped about that. SPYI, consistent 3.5% up, $3.70 gained so far. Total, it's worth $107, so it's almost $8 gained. Yeah, and Maine has made us $11. JEPQ has made us 10. So there are a lot is being revealed really early on with this portfolio that I'm pumped about. TSLY. So here's the weird one. TSLY has been dying as well. I'm not sure why CONY has been doing so good with TSLY. Well, I am sure. I know why. Because Tesla has been dropping really poorly and Coinbase has been going nuts. And so this is kind of the fear you get when you have these stocks in there. So if we're in a crazy crypto run, then CONY is going to outperform. If TSLY starts bouncing back and Tesla runs, then TSLY will outperform. But again, these are not just like owning the stock itself. So if you were going to have a 30% run with Tesla, it'd be better to just own Tesla than TSLY. That's my opinion. But really interesting. And then Vici Properties still down a little bit. It's been going through a bit of a rough patch, but we still do have $92. So we're down about $6, $7 on there, which you can't really complain about. It's been 3 months, we can't time everything, but let's go ahead and look at the payout calendar. So we're going to go back to the previous month of March, and we had a lot of dividends paid out. Oh my gosh. The first week and a half of March, CONY, TSLY, and JEPQ all paid out. Coney paid out $7.91, and Tesla TSLY paid out $3.95. What did JEPQ pay out? 78 cents, no complaints. Then we had Maine with 57 cents and 3M with $1.40. Not bad. SPYI with the consistent 107. Here's why I love SPYI. When we first started, this was only making like $1.01, and now we're up to $1.07, which I know 6 cents a month is not that crazy, but it builds. Trust me on that. It builds. ARCC, $2.45. Main Street Capital, 57 cents. Did we get paid from Maine twice? That must be an error. I doubt we got paid by Maine twice. But just overall, a pretty decent month. Our heaviest, of course, coming with Tesla, TSLY, and CONY. And we can check our dividend forecast. So we are expected to do even better in April, which I'm not sure why they think we're going to do so much better in April. I guess it's Q4, so we're going to start getting all those dividends from Q1 wrapping up. So yeah, we could see a good amount, and then we of course are going to bounce around. So yeah, every third month we should be getting some pretty decent dividends. We're estimated to get $212 in annual income, which I think is really key to show how much money you can actually make. We're yielding about 20%, and we've made $57 so far this year. $57 in 3 months. Monthly average is $17.67. Now most of this is CONY. And our April income is expected to be, $20.42. So overall, a really solid month. You guys can see the diversification again. I've looked at this a couple times. And it just shows industrials, consumer cyclical, real estate, because those REITs, and then financial services, the BDC, and all that kind of stuff. So jumping back into Robinhood, this was just our quick update video for the month. Year to date, we are up 0.1%, and on the year 1.14% it says, but again, I think there's endless hope for this one. I'm super curious to see what happens. I just added Robinhood Gold, which is really interesting. To be honest, I did it because I want their credit card. If you guys haven't heard about their credit card, it's pretty wild. But I am super, super pumped with this portfolio so far. I'm surprised it has been doing as well as it has been. And I mean, this month alone, up $45, I could pull out and make $14 right now, but we're going to wait. We're going to hold off. We've been making good dividend income and we've been reinvesting it. So I'm curious to see what this thing does by the end of the year. So it should be a roughly $1,200 account by the end of the year. And I know that that doesn't scream profits to a lot of people. Oh, you only made $200 on $1,000. Yes, you can do more with options, but it's higher risk in my opinion. And so I'm genuinely just pumped. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Last year's challenge was much more boring. It just continued to fall down, which was not as fun to watch. But if you guys are interested again in Robinhood, check out my link down below to get some free shares. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next video.